Ramsgate is quite a recent winery established in 2011, but could you just give us a little introduction of the background of Ramsgate?
Ramsgate was started by Jeff O'Neill and a few partners, and it originally started out of a love for wine and believing in Sonoma County as a great area to be growing grapes and making wine. And it also happened to be very close to Sonoma Raceway, which is a passion of Jeff O'Neill's as well.
Talk to us a little bit about sort of what the focus of Ramsgate's wines are.
The focus is to make great wine,
Mm-hmm.
period. That's a cliche, but in our area, what grows incredibly well is Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, but we also enjoy making other varieties that do well in the cool climate of Sonoma County. So we also do Pinot Blanc, Sauv Blanc, a little bit of Syrah, and then more recently we're venturing out into Cabernet.
You're from Michigan, and you moved to California in 2008. Great timing, by the way. How did you get introduced to Ramsgate? And what were your experiences leading up to that point?
One of my early mentors said wine's a journey, not a destination. And it's a metaphor for life too, that we're always on a journey.
What would you say is the philosophy behind the practices of managing these vines and the land, of course?
The philosophy started off very simply that Ramsgate, we're making a luxury. And I don't mean that in terms of the price point, but making wine is a luxury. So this philosophy that doing something like that requires a desire and a need for stewardship, a thoughtfulness that needs to go into producing that product. That we're here at Grape Collective, my passion's wine, your passion's wine, but wine is not the most important thing in the world. So thinking about the future and thinking about the environment is number one. So the philosophy started with let's be good stewards, let's be good custodians of the land. So I think with wine and grape growing, there's this constant juxtaposition of really high technology and very low technology. So there's a lot of science and there's a lot of thinking that we do, but sometimes the most simple practice is the best practice. I also haven't found a machine that does what a foot can do. So pigeage is just a nice, gentle way of breaking up berries.
You have a unique position, to me at least, in Napa and Sonoma. You have both the title of GM and winemaker. With both of these roles, do you ever feel like there's a tension of having to balance making decisions for the different responsibilities of each role?
What I like about being business-minded and the artist of being a winemaker, there's always going to be a restraint in someone's career or whatever you do, whatever your passion is. So and even an artist, they have the size of their canvas as their border. With winemaking, having some sort of financial borders to work within, although Jeff and the team have given me tons of latitude to pursue passion and quality. But to me, we're doing this so that we can share it with our friends and our customers and our fans. So to do that carelessly and not thinking about money at all or thinking about the impacts of the business, I think it's careless. So I've always loved the troubleshooting of business, just like there's troubleshooting in winemaking. So to me, a good winemaker is someone that's really good at troubleshooting, and that sort of carried over to the business part that I love as well.